breaking the oath of secrecy comes with legal consequences. The Greater Accra Regional Director of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Mrs. Charity Sapong, urged the committee members to see management of the hospitals as partners and not as competitors. The tenure of the committees is 2 years.
Let's stay in the capital and look at safety. Now, private and commercial property owners have again been encouraged to avoid the use of substandard electrical cables and engage in uncertified electricians. For this reason, Ghana Electrical Industry Business Directory has been launched in Accra to offer the public access to the right experts, materials, and registered electrical companies operating in Ghana. The Ghana Electrical Contractors Association championed the development of the directory.
Crucial sector of the economy, with businesses ranging from power generation, transmission, distribution, installation to maintenance. Navigating this industry can be challenging, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises. The Ghana Electrical Industry Business Directory is to, among other objectives, help stakeholders to easily follow policies and regulations in the sector. Mr. Emmanuel Semedo is the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association.
In the 2023-2024 edition, it features a comprehensive list of industry experts, suppliers, contractors, and service providers in Ghana, providing easy access to the resources and information you need to succeed in the electrical industry. This also makes it easier for procurement entities and the general public when searching for service providers in our space, thereby creating a fair ground for competition among dealers and contractors.
The president of the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association, Awal Sakib Mohammed, commended the Energy Commission for its regulatory works in the sector.
The industry is currently faced with lots of challenges. With challenges, I can confidently say that a lot of measures have been put in place to address them. Key among them is the introduction of the local content bill by the Energy Commission on the power and energy sector. I encourage all stakeholders who are not abreast with the law to get a copy, read it. It presents a lot of opportunities for local businesses in the space.
The Executive Secretary of the Energy Commission, Reverend Oscar Amonuneza, entreated certified electricians to embrace new technologies to stay in business.
I would like to urge all members of the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association to embrace innovation and sustainability in their work. Let us work together to leverage new technologies, promote renewable energy, and provide the best possible services to our customers. I want to reiterate the Energy Commission's commitment to working with the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association towards a sustainable energy future for all Ghanaians.
Past leaders in the electrical industry, Executive Secretary of the Energy Commission, the Chief of Abokobi and Nexans Cable Metal, were honored for their contributions to the growth of the electrical industry.
Let's go to Kpong, where the Trade Union Congress is repeating its call on the management of Suno Nasogli Power Ghana to reinstate the 3 local union staff who were sacked for their involvement in the unionization of some workers at the company. Today, the TUC and the Ghana Mine Workers Union staged a protest at Kpong, where the company operates, to demand their reinstatement.
Since 2012, the Ghana Mine Workers Union has been in a tussle when about 68 workers of the Suno Nasogli took the decision to join the union. They have been in and out of the National Labour Commission for the impasse. Recently, 3 of the union leaders were dismissed by the company, even when the Labour Commission had issued a directive asking the company to stay all actions until the matter is amicably resolved. The TUC and the Ghana Mine Workers Union have on various platforms demanded reinstatement of the workers, but they refused to heed, hence the escalation of the actions to demonstration. The union said it will embark on a series of actions till their demands are met. The Secretary General of the Ghana Mine Workers Union is Abdul Mumin Bana.
The union went through the process based on the dictates of the law and got the workers into the union. Immediately we made available the list of workers to Suno Nasogli and went ahead to conduct elections to to elect the local union leaders. Sunan Asogli terminated the chairman who was elected. Sunan Asogli terminated the secretary who was elected. Sunan Asogli terminated the assistant secretary who was elected. Today,
the Secretary General of the TUC, Dr. Anthony Yalba, said if the management of Sunan Asogli fails to meet their demand, TUC will mobilize all unions in Ghana to ensure that the sacked workers are reinstated.
If we don't hear from the government on this matter, the next time the entire 1.5 million organized labor is going to march to the Jubilee House.
The Ghana Mine Workers Union and TUC say President Akufo-Addo must act to prevent any labor agitations in the country.
Now, Dangote Refinery is set to begin operation on Monday, May 22, 2023. It is expected to produce 650,000 barrels of crude per day to help Nigeria to address its fuel issues and supply to the sub-region. Some analysts believe other refineries in the sub-region may be out of business if the Dangote facility starts full operations. Chief Executive of the Ghana Petroleum Hub Development Corporation, Charles Owusu, thinks otherwise.
The data that we've shown, as at 2016, the entire consumption in West Africa stood at 30 million metric tons. Jumped to 2021, last 2 years, moved to 43 million metric tons. Last year, 45. If you look at all the charts, Nigeria is the biggest consumer when it comes to West Africa. So, assuming Dangote, and population has not been factored, industrialization, but you see Nigeria is now also trying to develop and move up. So the whole point is Dangote can even consume the whole Nigerian market. Okay, and you are left with about 10%. Can 10% feed the whole West Africa, given the trend? No. So that is what we are talking about. So I see Dangote, or we are paid to see Dangote more of a complementary and not a competitor. If this have materialize, what is the effect on the upstream? Now people are saying the upstream is becoming stranded asset. Yes, we have the reserve, but it's very deep. It needs so much investment to come and then drill. But if this hub is running, 10% will come because once they drill, they know that they have off-takers at the hub. So this is the conversation as a nation we have to have.
And on finances, a team of experts from central banks across Africa and Ghana to study the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System, that's the GHIPPS, on its instant and interoperable payment system. The visit is also to enhance the understanding and knowledge of central banks and payment switch operators.
Ghana's instant payment solution is considered one of the most advanced on the African continent based on Africanenda's State of Instant and Inclusive Payment Systems, SIPS in Africa Report 2022. Africanenda is an African-led team of experts committed to unlocking the potential of digital financial services for the financially excluded across the continent by accelerating the scale-up of instant and exclusive payment systems. According to the inclusivity criteria outlined in the SIPS report, GIPS Instant Pay is ranked under progressed inclusivity as not only meeting the fundamental IIPS criteria, but also provides inclusive functionality that supports the most widely used channels and essential use cases. As of December 2022, GIPS had processed a monthly average of 17.9 million instant payment transactions. This broad interoperability ecosystem includes 55 financial institutions working together to facilitate the movement of funds across different payment platforms in Ghana. Ghana's progress in developing an instant payment solution has reached different stages, which can be a source of inspiration for other African countries. In this regard, the General Manager, Technology and Operations, GIPS, Mr. Kwadwo Intim, said knowledge sharing will provide the needed guidance to the various participating countries as they earmark on the development and deployment of their instant payment solutions.
Consistently, we look for opportunities and gaps in the market to be able to fill them. What we are doing is also by way of partnering with the institutions that are the banks and mobile money operators to be able to work to close those gaps. It's obviously a challenge, and which is why we take them up. It requires a lot of thought leadership that we do over the months and the years. It's not a flip of the switch thing, because businesses have their own strategies. We need to bring them along.
The Deputy Chief Executive of Africa NENDA, Madame Sabine Mensah, said Ghana's experience can offer critical lessons and good practices for regulators and policymakers in other countries.
The story of financial inclusion of Ghana is one that is very inspiring and uplifting. So we're really leveraging this opportunity to learn more. There is no financial inclusion if a majority of the population is left behind. So all our struggle and our objective is to make sure that we leave no one behind in a digital transformation.
Some participants shared their expectations.
We look forward to taking away a lot of learnings and attempting to implement them, and maybe one day we'll come back and note it down that one day we learn something from Ghana.
Representatives were from Burundi, DR Congo, Rwanda, Sierra Leone and Guinea, among others.
Let's stay on finances. Members of the Pensioner Bondholders Forum have continued their picketing at the Ministry of Finance. The forum explains that government has not paid their matured coupons and principals for over 2 months as promised. The convener, Dr. Ananu Eduentwi, in an interview with GBC News, said they will continue to picket until their concerns are met because the livelihood of pensioners depends on their bonds.
Government is not paying anybody for anything. Government is not supplying any medicine to any elderly people. Government is not doing anything for the elderly people. They have toiled and saved. They are not begging for government to buy them medicine. They are saying, my money is with you. Give it to me so that I buy medicine. Why should this matter travel this long? Government should find money and bring it. Look, we know in our homes, people even sell their properties to take care of their sick people. People sell their properties. When your wife is in a terrible condition, you may dispose of a property of the family to take care of. Children and family members, we sell our properties to take care of people to live. So the government should do the same. We are here if they come and see. But you see, it is not the seeing the people, it is the doing the action. If nobody come and see us, but we see that the payments are being made, that is all. It's not a sin. If you come and see and say, I'll pay, and you haven't paid, it is meaningless. Just pay. If you like, the time that you come to used to see us, if you don't have the time and you are using the time to prepare instructions for people to pay, prepare the instructions and let them pay. So it's the action. The payment is what we need.
To the international front, where a jury in a civil case has found former President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, sexually abused a magazine columnist in a New York department store in the 1990s. But Mr. Trump was found not liable for raping E. Jean Carroll in the dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman. The jury also found Mr. Trump liable for defamation for calling the writer's accusations, quote, a hoax and a lie, unquote. It is the first time Mr. Trump has been found legally responsible for a sexual assault. The Manhattan jury ordered Mr. Trump to pay her about $5 million, that's £4 million in damages. The jury of 6 men and 3 women reached their decision after less than 3 hours of deliberations on Tuesday. But Mr. Trump's lawyer said the former president plans to appeal against the decision.